Hey there and welcome back though. I hope you're doing alright. I'm doing very good though. We have the massive haul behind us, although I am sure like this region has a lot for us in store too. But right now we are going to explore a little bit more though, and we are going to deliver this fuel tank right at the hunter's cabin though. He's without fuel and he's getting a little bit of a cold butt though. We cannot have that on our mind. We have unlocked the garrets, and by the way, these paths are very narrow though at certain points. So I kind of wonder, can we do actually big cargo hauls like we did with the gold mine? Do we even have to do that though? Maybe we just have to do a 2-slot cargo haul back and forth and back. We will have to find out though, time will tell of course. It's a very peculiar mountain there. Very peculiar. Oh yeah, I mean, well, let's just say that it's peculiar though and keep it at that. What I love about this map though is that it feels so wild. It has such a different atmosphere than the region before. Okay, let's... Alright, let's do a little circle around then. Sure thing. Circle around right over here. And that's the garage, by the way. We just did drive past it and we did unlock it. Very nice, by the way. It looks very pristine though, right? You know, like machine yard over there. We have an extra garage of a mechanic to the right. A little cabin though. Feels a little bit better than the old school garages though that we are used to. It would have been awesome, by the way, that we could get some type of upgrade, you know, like we can invest in the garages a little bit for, well, let's say each time that we do visit, we get a little bit of a boost, either in durability, speed, or something like that. But it might become a little bit too much of an RPG, and at the same time, it kind of is already with all the different vehicles and all, and stats behind the vehicles. But yeah, that might be pushing it a little bit too much though. Maybe. Because why stop there? Why not open our own gas station where people can actually spend their money, right? You know, get some beef jerky, get some hot coffee and stuff like that. And we are earning the profits from it, you know? Like, the sky is the limit with these games. But will it suit the audience of SnowRunner though? I don't know. Alright, yeah, so what we are going to do this time, we are going to follow this route. We have seen, we have learned, and we have done our best. I am so happy that we have that extra vehicle over there, because that means that we can sell it. We don't need two of the same one, at least so far that I know. And once we have our eyes on a new truck, though, we definitely can buy it. We can definitely afford it with that. Yeah. Up here, yep. Alright, I had a feeling, though. Always follow your guts. Oh. Is that delivery or is that... Yeah, okay, it's a delivery. If it wasn't, we had to take the task though, no matter how well of a lick of the snow this trailer gets. Hunter won't know though. Interesting little cabin, by the way. Nice position too. And right up here you can climb the mountaintop. Great, my weekend is safe. Thanks, you did us a favor. You're welcome though, you're welcome. 4.1k without any hassle, without any issues at all. That's how we do like it though, huh? Wasn't this around here? Yeah, residential area. Interesting. I think we have to do some climbing over here though. Seems like we have a route from there. But you guys know me. We can do it from here too if we want to. With the power of liking this video, we can do it. Oh, yeah, this might be an issue, by the way, because long way these trees will not break. Sideways. Yeah, they just pop though. They just pop if you drive over them. It's kind of interesting though. They rather crust and then they bend and snap. Huh. Interesting though. Sometimes you just have to sand them at the right moment so that you don't tip. Speed equals stability. Just a sudden stop that kills people though. Absolutely fantastic. Now what do we have? We have a whole lot over there though. Tools for the warehouse. Landslide. To the top. Residential area. Rolled steel factory right there too. We have our hands full, for real though. West camp, we have to deliver something there. Cargo container, alright. Tools for the warehouse. I think what we are going to do though is just go there and that's about it. From there we can go and swoop around, like I said before, towards there then, because we probably are very close. And then over there. Because right now we do get a beautiful overview on what we have to do, like the landslide hideaway. We definitely have to fix that later on though. Long-term thinking. Yeah, let's not risk that biscuit. I think we can all agree this was the way smoother decision that we ever had. Let me guess, this is extremely deep mud. No. Alright, very interesting texture though. Let's get the warning side out of the way. Okay, we got some steel beams here. That's good to know for future haul. What do we have there though? Ah, right over here. Yeah, you know what? If we can activate it, we will just activate the mission though. We will not do it directly, right? But we will activate it. From this side I cannot see it, but it seems very passable from the right side. Left side is a little bit more of a struggle though, but we can handle. Alright, there's the mission objective. Seems to be the smarter idea, because we can just go here with steel beams and it might need what? Rations again, you know? Oh no! Our only paved road is blocked by debris. It must be cleared soon, otherwise we'll run out of food. That's very bad though. What do we need for it though? Wooden planks. Well, that's not something I would have guessed though, to be fair. I mean, wooden planks against massive boulders. For each their own. beautiful roads. I could just play the game and shut up though, you know, and completely forget the time. For real. It's kind of therapeutic though. It's so calming. Am I the only one? I mean, good company is always a massive bonus. But these surroundings here though, I mean, I'm so chill. Big timber right over there. Ah, so that is probably a place where we have to drop some extra cargo again. What is that up there, by the way, then? Power Tower. Cool name. Cool name, though. Let's meet at a Power Tower. Oh, that's a nickname for your slong, though, I suppose, the Power Tower. For some reason, He-Man shows up in my mind. You know, like he's shouting Power Tower for some reason. Gasoline is fine, almost halfway. Nice, got some more wood over here, good to know. I kind of start to love, by the way, taking these apart. I still feel guilty though, because, you know, you only need, what, a couple of thousand more and you have an entire home though. Something that you can give to your children and grandchildren if need be. Well, not if need be, if they want to, right? That's the thing though. Prime location though for some quiet time, but yet close in. Oh, this is wow. Okay, be careful around here though. This is like a minefield. This is an absolute minefield though. Wow, look at all of these tree stumps or 4 tires. Now, what do we have this one for, huh? Oh, active for the MK38. That is nice. The Anke is the military truck, I believe. Yes, it is. Nice though, huh? Nice. Been so nice to have pushed that tree away. By the way, guys, what is your opinion about the length of my videos? This is something that I really would like some feedback on. I think we all like these type of games, right? Or else you will not be watching, let's be fair. And we all know that it's not some type of compilation that I'm doing, or, you know, like some cringe type of content where, you know, everything is a meme or whatsoever. Everything is a joke and everything is, oh my, do you see that? There's a little grass sprite over there. So obviously it's going to be longer than normally, right? But what is long enough? What is too long? What is just right? That's something very difficult though to answer, of course. And for me to actually find out too. But a little rough estimate, right, you know? Would be appreciated. Give me some feedback if you can, or if you want to. If not, just sit right there and enjoy the ride. You're appreciated anyways. Okay, that's more wood over there. I kind of feel like we should check that out too, by the way. Although, that little valley over there, that's where my heart is going to right now, though. Yeah, let's go turn around here in a second. Because there's something, though. My heart is pulling me there, you know? Oh, bricks. Yeah, I should have seen this, though. I only focused on the scaffolding. Very risky scaffolding to begin with. Hopefully they have some hooks in the wall, though, right? You know? Some hooks that you can hook the scaffolding on. I have worked on some of those when I was like 16 years old. That didn't have any hooks in the wall, though. Connecting to the scaffolding. And once the rain sets in and the wind picks up, it's a bumpy ride, though, climbing those things. Interesting. Interesting looking factory over there. Let's check it out. Okay, we got some steel beams to the right. Massive rocks in between the roads. Gotta be careful later on, though, with different trucks. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, there's some hauling to be done around here, man. These roads are too big. Oh, wait a minute. Look at that, though. It's actually the tunnel. Very cool, very cool. Let's check up this mission over here. This passage seems to be blocked for now. Yes. This ravine leads to the semi-flooded foothills. Or, one second, I got a break here. There we go. Or used to be more precise. Now it's nothing but a heap of rocks. However, if you clear them, we won't have to take a detour to get there. Very nice though, 5,700 and access to the gateway. Let's accept that too. Now where are we going? We could go to the left here. This kind of seems to be the right move towards there, so let's actually go down here. Watchtowers over everything else, though, at this moment. Whether we like it or not, we just have to. This is actually a perfect balance, though, now that I think about it. Some very difficult cargoes, but smooth terrain that is rather difficult at certain points. That it creates an absolute beautiful balance between all three subjects of the game. Think about it. We don't want to get stuck around every meter, after all, and if we just keep getting stuck, you know, like, how does that feel? It feels frustrating. Very frustrating. But if certain parts do really feel smooth, though, it kind of feels rewarding on its own, you know. But of course, you know, too much smoothness is taking away the danger too. And too unforgiving routes, same thing though. Same thing. Because you're gonna quit and everything becomes easy. So yeah, you know, like, there has to be balance out, of course, you know, but I kind of like it, though. Like, certain roads are so butter smooth that it just feels like, yeah, a normal road, though. And then a little bit later on, you're struggling a little bit, though. It feels so natural. very, very well hidden watchtower. The tree's probably gotten a lot taller though since that thing was built. Kind of obscuring the viewpoint. But if you look outside, you can probably see smoke from miles away though, so... Yeah, you know, these rangers, they are doing their job anyways. There we go. Strange signal. Very interesting and a little bit cryptic though. Okay, so far I do not see any collectibles around here. We did not get the tools for the warehouse, so that's something that I really want to grab. We went from... Wait a minute. Oh, I see. Yeah. We went that way instead of just this way. So yeah, we will definitely go and take that one too right now. This is probably steel. I don't know. Later on we might find it right, you know, with a pop-up. Let's turn right around here or turn back and then down here. Then we are going that way. And from here, we might just go this way again. It's a little bit of a merry-go-round though. I'm sure we all enjoyed one of those rides when we were younger. Ooh. Oh yeah. Let's go take a ride around here. It's a lot less steep. It's a shame though with the winds that we cannot, you know, that we can only pull and not give. If we could give, oh, that would be a game changer right there, huh? Now what do we have here? How did you get here? Never mind, my name is Carter, and I think you can help me. There is an abandoned radio tower nearby. Sometimes I receive a strange signal coming from it. Can you check out what's going on? Sounds very interesting though. Might just be static, right? You know, from a different radio. Sometimes your radio picks up other radio stations too from different languages. Okay, there we go. Interesting. We could just go from here to there. Be cool. But yeah, you know, like it's very interesting. Like I remember though, like 10 years ago or something, we did build our own radio. You know, like some DIY project, just for the lols. And for some reason, it did pick up, you know, like some Russian or Belarusian though, I don't know, but some Russian radio station here and there. And sometimes, if you are very lucky, though, you can actually hear, you know, like the space station's communications. Not completely, of course, just rather quick intercepts, though. Yeah, radio waves, they are not secure after all. Anything can pick them up. Same with police radio, fireware, firewatch. Ooh, left or right? Let's take the right one. It's leading nicely directly to it. The left one is going to go there too, but less direct though. A little bit tip heavy around here. Oh, it would be so satisfying to actually get out of this vehicle, grab a chainsaw and just saw that tree log right there. Truth though, huh? Same with that one. Actually, did slide on the road. That's kind of cool, though. The vibration of the vehicle, huh? But yeah, it will be so satisfying to just saw the road clear of anything that's on the road. Like some exploration maps, though, might actually be able to do it. And you have some long stretches, you know. And it's all about just driving from point A to point B and just not to get stuck. You know, you have your winch, you have a chainsaw. Just go ahead, though, you know. That's some awesome content if you think about it. Tools for the warehouse, ready for some errands. On the other end of this mountain chain, there is a warehouse with some useful resources. It needs some repairs. If you take these tools there, we could share some of our stock with you. Okay, we could definitely do that. I'm very curious where it actually is. Alright, right over there. Now that's a nice long haul though. Is it just me or is this map really, really freaking big though? I think it is really, really big. At least it feels like it though. Might not look like it, but it feels like it, right? You'd be surprised. Alright, right over there is the radio tower. Let's go and inspect that one. Kind of curious though. Hopefully we do hear something too. That would be nice. What do you guys think, huh? Some Morse code, some strange radio tower signal from another country. You know, so it comes in a little bit distorted, and because it's not English or French like they speak in Canada, it might sound even stranger when it's distorted and all. Might be a Morse code. If it's a Morse code, let's hope nobody's in danger. Or nobody's linking, you know, like information. Very nice if we could manage to get there with the remaining 17 liters. Oh, yeah, I was not prepared for something like this. Oy, 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 oy. Let's go to the right. Just a little bit. I don't want to be caught in between the, you know, tower and the mountain. Yeah, some heavy brakes were needed there. Don't want to nosedive, you know, like solid rocks. Wait a minute. Wanted me to deliver here something? Oh no, there's nothing special here, just an abandoned radio tower. However, the tire tracks seem quite fresh. Yeah, they are not mine, by the way. Oh, good eyes though, very good eyes. Very good eyes, nice. Yeah, the mystery is actually getting a little bit thick around here though. Now, so far, as you can see, come on. Do you hear that? Wow. I think this is like a spy message though, isn't it? And yeah, there are some real stuff like that in the real life world. Still to this day. It might seem Cold War era, but it's still very practical though. There are sleeper agents all over the world. Huh. If I hear it again, I will try to decipher it. But yeah, 53%. Nice. That's a massive jump, by the way. As you can see, we do still need to find 2 more upgrades. And I'm very curious about which ones they are. Oh. Okay. Yeah, this is absolutely about spies. I have to record that and then upload it. There it is again. It really repeats itself though. I'm recording in dual track though, so I can mute my own voice for when I upload it. I really want to crack this. Okay, so what I'm getting though right now is that there are 2 Morse code groups communicating. And blue might be referencing to group blue 70. Could be a military thing then. Then the other one has GR in it, which could mean group or something like that. Now, there are a lot of random numbers, but it is north. And that's a little bit strange right there, that corner, but north at least. Because it's N, 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 and I believe another N. Now, I will just investigate it a little bit more, right? Oh. Alright. See, sounds a little bit Eastern European. But north. Eastern European. And I'm not talking directly about Russia, though. Because, you know, that's the most northeastern one. If you look at the European map with Finland. I love this, dude. Alright, so this is what I have right now. There's a group called 6070. And they are either missing or they are on the place where they have to be. There is a Russian call sign called Komsko with the trailing M65555788. And it's somewhere in the north. Yeah, my mouse is kind of freaking up though. So let's charge that big boy. But yeah, you know, like there's something in the north around here probably. And it might be around here. So we kind of have to keep our eyes open. There is something blue around in the north, northeast probably though. And it has to do with a group. So if we do see something very strange though, we will definitely have to check it out for real. Now, because we are going to explore a little bit with some spies and whatnot, it's definitely military. We do hear some big radio operations on the background that sound a little bit military style like those. Think a little bit of the Cold War era, or maybe something like what you might find in DayZ, yeah, the zombie survival game. You know, like something like that. And remember, we do have very old Russian trucks too, and we are in Alaska, Canada actually, at the border of Alaska. So, you know, Cold War era vibes maybe, a remnant maybe, an auto loop. Who knows, right? You know, who knows? That just triggers and it just plays automatically. Now, blue could also be that's a beautiful lookout tower. Damn, I would love to stay there a month. But yeah, you know, like, blue could be lake. And this is the northern part, though, of the map. If you split it to 50-50. Could also mean sky. And if you deal with Russian stuff, you got to be really practical though. It's like the code words the Native Americans used in World War II. Like they used words for turtle to describe a tank. You know, it's pretty cool though. America has some cool stuff though, right? You know, Bravo, Charlie, you know, the group names. Russia is practical. Native Americans are creative. And the rest of Europe, I will not spoil for the enemies. Now, jokes on the side though, I am in the mood to explore. Clearly, as you can see. We might go a little bit more to the right side, but let's go up here. I will not let this go. I could be totally trolled though by the developers. But yeah, Komsko. K-O-M-S-K-O. Alright, that is the code word that they are using. And the trading was M65555788. Then we have GR for group 60 or 70. I did forget to write that one down. It's so fascinating though. I do love these things. By the way, if you ever have played Fallout 3, I had a couple of Chinese friends back then when I played it, and there was a Morse code that was just repeating. And yes, that Morse code has a real meaning though. It says the locations, you know, and sometimes you do hear the Chinese over the radio though. They are now ghouls, of course, in that universe because of the great atomic war that happened by the Enclave. Not Voltec, by the way. And, by the way, spoiler, Voltec experiments were not done by Voltec. They were done by the Enclave though. So yeah, you know, that is that. But yeah, you know, like they were still speaking Chinese, giving coordinates. Some were asking for help. They are locked in their bunker. They cannot get out. And when I did let my Chinese friend though, you know, or the one that you know, like got very nervous, was very interesting though, thinking like she will betray some Chinese soldiers though, right? You know, in an operation. And she doesn't want to get in trouble and all that stuff though. Then I just showed her what was going on in the game, and then everything was just shits and giggles, right? You know. But yeah, you know, we gotta be careful about all these things, right? You know, because sometimes you just answer questions for the enemy to use. Now, by the way, sometimes sky could also reference to nighttime, of course. Reference. But also to distance, where we cannot go. So we kind of have to scan the horizon too. Maybe there's something weird or unique, like a tiny ass flag or something. Then we have solved the issue. Then we have solved the mystery. I will definitely Google all of this though once I have edited it. It's going to be interesting what I can find there. And hopefully though, somebody did solve it. If not, then hopefully people confirm what I said. You know, also the com sign and everything of the call sign. Okay, gotta be careful though. We definitely gotta get some extra gasoline in a bit though. Just try to get back a little bit closer to civilization. What it also could be is that there is something on the map that we can only see from the sky. Like a pattern or something. Nothing really stands out so far. But that's because we don't have a total top-down view. But if I was a developer and there was something like that, I make sure I can see it from this angle. Now, it might be a different angle that we are looking at too. So far, nothing I could see. Let's go down here. There's a base of some sort. So let's hope that we can find some gasoline. Gotta be ultra careful. Just let her roll down the mountain though. Yo, what is that? What is that, though? What is that? Is that like a drill machine? No. Could be the engine or turbine, though, of a drill machine. Could be the world's biggest grenade. By the way, they do look like Russian grenades, though. I'm just saying, but I don't think they are. I don't think they are. What is it used for, though? We will find out later on, I suppose. Ah. See that? That's interesting, though. There's some tracks going up the mountain here. I don't know why. Now I wonder, by the way, is this playing with my paranoia or is this actually playing with my curiosity? There's a very strange balance in between these. And one can be healthy and one can be unhealthy depending on how much control it's going to get, right? So I doubt this is for parking though, right? The turn that you made here. Yeah, we cannot climb that. It's way too steep though. Yeah, I have my suspicions with that Morse code and the way how they communicate with each other. Well, I do know it's military focused though. They were way too direct, way too monotone. No emotions at all, just to get the message clear. Very well played, by the way. Good voice actors for that. So that tells me a lot. It's military. It's professional. It's very professional. And it is more professional than, let's say... it's kind of dissing though. Like, you know, like first response, you know, like emergency call lines. Because those people, man, they hear a lot of stuff though, right? They are very professional. Let's not ignore that. But it's not drilled in them like a machine though. You know what I mean? They are still... dealing with so much dark stuff non-stop that he, you know, have no other choice to react like humans if they want to stay sane, one might say. Now these soldiers though, they just give coordinates or codes and that's about it for them. Back to dinner, you know. After all, they are communication officers and they are not field, you know, workers. In other words, Marines or Rangers, Army. You know what I mean. No disrespect to the emergency call service, of course. Oh, let there be something nice. I do see some blue tanks over there. Come on, boys. Let that be a gas tank somewhere. A little bit of fuel is a little bit of love though, huh? And it comes a long way. Just give it to me. Just share it with me. So far got naught around here though, huh? Oh, there we go. We're on the wrong side though. Yeah, can we actually... Oh, I will risk it. I will risk it. I will risk my little biscuit. Why does that feel like some weird slang though? Risking my biscuit. Oh man, this just feels awesome though, huh? Oh, my girl is thirsty though, so let's fill her up. Refuel. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, you gotta admit this though, right? You know, this feels really, really good. Now we can go up to here. And then we have an overview of a lot of places on the map though. Which is really cool though, which is what we do need. And I kind of want to keep my eyes on the sky. We are going to check out the night too, for real. Oh, wait a minute. Sky. Blue. Or lake, right? I'm just saying. But from there, we can only see certain points from the radio tower. And to get that communication over, they have installed something on top of that in real life, though. That's how it works. So they might have seen something from that position out and they communicated. At least we do know there are sleeper agents here in this little region. Yeah, so far I don't see anything down there. Yeah, the camera angle is not favorable here, sadly. Is that a cabin? No, it's not. Massive cables for some reason. If they are cables, right, you know, it could be a graphical glitch again. You know I want to solve this though, right? Yeah, the issue is though, right, you could just have made a bunker somewhere in the middle of the forest and nobody will ever find it. There's a little... Oh, look at that though. Do you see that? At the top of that mountain in front of us, there's a little thing to the left side. It kind of looks like it's one of those wire towers though, right? You know, for electricity. I'm not 100% certain though, but we will definitely find out. No, it actually looks different than the ones down below. Huh. Interesting. Now let's check the map over here. Sunk Giant. Upgrade. Sunk Giant there too. Ay. Alright, nighttime. Yeah, sadly there's nothing to see around here right now. A little bit later. Oh, that's early in the morning though. Yeah, there's nothing like 3 AM or something. Or 4, right? You know, right in the heart of darkness. But that makes me curious, that little plateau over there. Anyways, you know, this was really awesome. This was so cool though to find something like that. And it really made me happy. I do love me some mysteries. And I will see you guys later on. Let me know what you think about my solution though so far. Maybe we can find something. If we do find something, we'll totally confirm what I did do. If you did find something weird, let me know. Because we can both do this together, right? So stay happy, stay healthy. And don't forget to subscribe though. And have a wonderful time, guys. Bye-bye.